If Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger had taken this South San Francisco class, he could have stayed out of some recent hot water. Stay tuned to find out what that class is.
In January, it's so nice, while swimming on sliding ice. To sip hot chicken soup with rice, sipping once, sipping twice, sipping chicken soup with rice. In a kind of way, so far say no more way, and dream about my soup all day, and oh my once, oh my twice, eating chicken soup with rice, chicken soup with rice.
Hi, I'm Bruce Grantham, and welcome to Our Children, Our Future, a program about education in the South San Francisco Unified School District. Recently, the governor was in the news because he got into a motorcycle accident, and to make matters worse, it was discovered shortly thereafter that he was riding without certification, without a license. Thousands of motorcycle riders are getting their proper certification with classes throughout the state, sponsored by the Motorcycle Safety Foundation. One such class is offered in partnership with the South San Francisco Adult School. With me to talk about motorcycle safety classes is Pamela Verhasselt, the site manager for the South San Francisco class. Pamela, welcome. Thank you for joining me tonight.
Thank you.
Pamela, how easy would it have been for the governor to get a license or certification to legally operate his motorcycle?
Well, I wouldn't want to comment directly on the governor. I could say that the California Motorcyclist Safety Program, under the auspices of the Motorcycle Safety Foundation, trains over 50,000 students a year just in California. So
it could have been pretty easy.
Pretty darn easy.
Enough on the governor. Pamela, how long have there been motorcycle safety classes in California? Tell us a little bit about the history.
The California Motorcyclist Safety Program began on July 1st of 1985. Been around for a while. I've been involved with the program since 1988. What had happened is that the California Highway Patrol discovered that we had an increased number of motorcycle accidents in the state of California. Mm-hmm. And so they commissioned a study to see why these accidents were happening and what we could do about it. And they hired a doctor who chased down 900 motorcycle accidents to see why these things were happening. And coincidentally, his name is Dr. Harry Hurt. So the report was called the Hurt Report. And it came out, and the answer was that we needed a motorcycle rider education program. We needed education. So the CMSP program was born using the Motorcycle Safety Foundation curriculum.
And they're the training provider,
yes.
Motorcycle Safety Foundation.
Yes, they oversee the program now. And we've been training more and more riders every year. We train riders in California, and from other states, from other countries. It's a big training program. We run, the program itself runs about 70 plus sites in the state of California, every weekend, all year long.
You know, I noticed in looking on the website in preparation for this program that the Motorcycle Safety Foundation classes have been around nationally since 1974, and well over 3 million riders have been certified since 1974. That's a lot of bikes on the highway.
Well, it's over 3 million students have passed the class. What happens in these courses is that a lot of people come through thinking that they want to ride a motorcycle, and what they discover is it's a lot more work than they thought. Mm-hmm. You actually have to move your hands and your feet and think all at the same time, which is different than operating any other vehicle. I'm sure everybody has been in a car and driven from work to home and gotten there and wondering how they got there.
How they got there, yeah, sure.
Or listening to the radio, so.
Pamela, there's a stereotype of the bike rider, you know, the stereotype. Big hunky guys with tattoos and leather vests and so forth. In reality, what types of folks take these motorcycle safety classes?
We get students from the age of 15 and a half all the way up through, I think our oldest student ever was 80 something.
Wow.
It's people who go to college and want to have to spend less on gas, have better parking, better commuting. It's moms who want to ride with their sons. It's fathers who've just retired and their biggest dream has been to have a big motorcycle and just ride with a group and do charitable work.
Who should take the class?
Everybody. Everybody that wants
who
to ride a motorcycle. Motorcycling is a little bit more risky than driving most other vehicles like a car because you're only on two wheels. So in order to reduce the risk of having something go wrong, education really makes a difference.
Let's look at the actual instruction and what the program itself looks like. I know it's divided into classroom instruction and actual riding on the range instruction. What's the classroom portion of the course look like?
The classroom portion is usually a Thursday night or some weekday evening for about 4 to 5 hours. And the most important thing about the classroom portion is that it's a discussion amongst the students and the instructor. It's not a lecture format. The students learn in the classroom how to get on a motorcycle, start a motorcycle, ride in a straight line, turn, shift, stop, swerve, and other accident avoidance maneuvers. So that when they get out on the riding range on the weekend, they just practice those maneuvers. They've already learned it all in the classroom.
Is there a test at the end of the classroom?
At the end of the classroom, there's a written test. And I know in South San Francisco, we have a 95% plus passing rate. If for some reason someone doesn't pass the test, they can retake it. It's not a big deal.
Well, let's get to the fun part. Now, when they go to the riding range on the weekend, what does that look like? What do they do at the riding range?
The students show up. They have to bring footwear, over-the-ankle footwear to protect their ankles, long pants, long sleeve jackets. We provide the motorcycles. They're small motorcycles. They're 250 cc's or less. We provide loaner helmets and gloves. And what they get to do is learn all the things that they did in the classroom, but in an enclosed environment where there's no other vehicles, even though they interact with each other. There's only 12 students on the range, so they get a lot of time to practice, and they learn to ride in a straight line, turn, shift, and stop. It's an adult learning activity. When I say that, I mean that we don't force feed anything to the students. They actually get to practice pretty much at their own pace.
And again, there's a driving test at the end of that part of the program.
Yes. And if for some reason someone doesn't pass that, they can always come back again and try. Over the last, since 1988 when I got involved in the program, I've seen people come through the class that don't pass, and they're happy to have had the experience of trying in a controlled environment where they don't get hurt versus just trying on the road. And some people don't pass and they come back another time and do fabulously well.
I know you're very proud of the South San Francisco program. What makes that so special?
I think the biggest thing about our South San Francisco program that makes me really happy is that the instructors have been with us for a long time. Most of them come from an educational background, so they're teachers or they have been teachers, and they're very proud of their involvement in the community. We're not here to promote motorcycling. We're here to promote education. If you're going to ride a motorcycle, at least learn how to do it before you get out there on the road.
Anything else in particular about the South City group?
I think, there's so many things. From the very onset, the student gets to meet a fabulous staff in the South San Francisco Adult Education office. Cynthia and Celia and Felicia do a really good job of signing people up and making sure that students get an opportunity to come back if something comes up during their course. And then the instructors are good, and I think we just like to have a good time and promote education.
If there's somebody out there that wants to enroll, what should they do?
They should call South San Francisco Adult Education. And
I have that number. We're going to get it on the screen a little bit later, but the number is 650-635-0688, where they can get all kinds of information about signing up for the class, cost, the dates that the class runs, and so forth.
We have no backup right now. Those classes are open.
Excellent. Well, thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
Pamela.
Appreciate
and maybe the governor should take your class. That would be neat. So you think you're pretty good at sports trivia, and you've been beating everyone in your family and at the office in Trivial Pursuit. Well, you just might be able to put all of that trivial knowledge you've got to good use. Find out how when we come back.
January is so nice, while swimming on sliding ice.
Prudential California Realty is pleased to support the South San Francisco Unified School District. With several offices located throughout the South Bay, we help home buyers realize their dreams of ownership and sellers maximize their home investment. Prudential California Realty is a longtime partner with education, having created the Education Foundation in 1992, which provides grants to teachers throughout Northern California. Prudential California Realty, your partner in real estate.
You've always been like a son to me, Mikey. And that's why I find it unfortunate that we're in this little situation here. No, don't do it. Don't do it. You're gonna pay for this. Peninsula TV, how will it affect you?
The recently released results of the 2003 National Assessment of Adult Literacy Report describes the status of adult literacy in the United States, and it's not a pretty picture. 30 million adult Americans are functioning at the below basic literacy skill level, which means that they can perform only the most simple literacy tasks, like signing their name. 63 million are functioning at the basic level. These folks can perform simple everyday tasks like reading the TV guide or comparing prices of sporting event tickets, let's say. It's estimated that 10.5 million of those 93 million I just mentioned at the below basic and basic literacy levels live in California. It's further estimated that 30% of native English-speaking Californians are in this category. Project READ in San Mateo County, through the library systems, are working to do something about the literacy crisis by training volunteers to help those people attain and improve their reading and overall literacy skills. In South San Francisco, the library's Project READ program hosts a trivia challenge, and you're seeing pictures of that right now. It's an evening in November to raise funds to purchase reading materials and train their Project READ volunteers. As I said, in November, over 36 teams representing schools, cities, business, and service organizations competed in the 13th annual North County Trivia Challenge. The dinner, team sponsorship, and silent auction that followed raised over $27,000 for Project READ programs in the North County alone. The winning team was from South San Francisco High School, a team of 3 teachers. I caught up with these teachers on a non-student day at the campus, and I was able to talk to them about their success. And they had a lot of fun at the Trivia Challenge, and you'll see they had an awful lot of fun in the interview. So let's watch that tape now. With me this afternoon is the North County Project READ Trivia Challenge Championship team for 2005. 3 teachers from South San Francisco High School. I'd like you to meet them now. From left to right, Eric Migdale, who's an English teacher at South San Francisco High School, been teaching for 8 years. Phil Doherty in the middle is a U.S. history teacher at South San Francisco High School. He's the dean of the team with almost 30 years of teaching. And the rookie in the group, for the most part, is Sean Priest, who's been teaching 4 years. He's a Spanish teacher at South San Francisco High School. Fellas, thank you for joining me. I know you've been on a whirlwind tour celebrating your victory at the Trivia Challenge a couple of months ago. Got three language arts, social studies, humanities types here. But yet you were able to answer questions in science, in math, in religion, entertainment, music, you name it. And you were able to come out victorious. There were 36 other teams, but at the end, you guys were standing. So what do you attribute your success in Trivia Challenge? Phil?
Essentially, I think it's my long history of hanging around saloons, working at saloons, and you just pick up things.
Pick up a lot of the conversation.
Pick up conversation. You also talk to a lot of different people and pick up a lot of different things.
Uh-huh.
And also being a history teacher, I think I'm really into minute facts and kind of remember things that nobody else does.
Eric, what about you?
I'm an absolutely trivial person anyway. There's absolutely no substance to me whatsoever. It's all trivia all the time.
You think your students might support that assessment?
I think they trivialize me quite a bit, yes.
How about Sean?
Well, not a lot of people know this, but I'm actually a computer. So I'm online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm a prototype with an Intel chip running full speed. And so most of that stuff, as long as the item is trivial and involves no thinking of any higher level, I'm pretty much good to go.
So you're like iRobot.
A bit friendlier.
A little bit friendlier than iRobot. Well, why don't you smile? Try smiling.
See,
there we go.
Okay, next question.
Well, what was it like that night? Did you guys have a good time? Eric was the one that had a good time.
Yeah, I think we had a very good time. It's a very good program. The questions were entertaining. The competition was fierce, and the camaraderie was excellent. And again, there was absolutely no substance whatsoever to the evening. It was all trivia, and so we just felt very comfortable there.
And lots of fun.
Lots of fun.
Any truth to the point that because Principal Coyne was no longer on the trivia team, that's why you guys came out on top?
I don't think that was the real reason. Is that I think that 2 years ago we took your place. We just wanted to show that we could be better than an administrator.
Oh, gotcha. All right, well, you know, the questions cover a lot of categories, and I'm just going to see how good you guys are, because I've got a list of questions, and I want you to answer them as quickly and as accurately as you can. We'll just see how good you guys are, okay? The category of sports. First of all, what team broke the Bambino's curse in the 2004 World Series?
Boston Red Sox.
Oh, good, good.
Are these going to get increasingly more
They'll
difficult?
get tougher. Children's literature.
Okay,
what color is Clifford the dog?
Red.
Very good.
Big.
And big.
Yes.
Business. What business term in Latin means by the day?
Per diem.
Per diem.
Very good.
Okay, yes.
Nature. What is the only mammal able to fly?
Bat.
Very good. World history. What is the official language of Brazil?
Portuguese.
Very good.
Portuguese.
Potpourri. What city in San Mateo County has the largest population?
Daly City.
Very good. Science. What is the most common element in the universe?
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen. You're right. Current events. What does the W in George W. Bush stand for?
Walker.
Very good.
I wouldn't answer that.
In the second round, where things got tougher, these types of questions might have appeared. In music, for what song did Eric Clapton win the 1992 Grammy for Best Song?
Tears in Heaven.
Very good. Geography. What city in Europe is called Bride of the Sea?
Copenhagen.
And Venice.
Oh.
Mythology.
That was the groom of the sea.
What monster did Hercules need to capture in his 12th labor?
Excuse me,
What monster did Hercules need to capture in his 12th labor?
Needed to capture one, huh?
George W. Bush.
George W. Bush, yeah, that's right.
That's close, a three-headed dog. And finally, religion. What holiday is the first Sunday after the first full moon after the vernal equinox?
Easter.
Excellent. There's a reason why you guys are champs. Congratulations. It was great having you on.
Thank you. We actually have one final trivia question that we've come up with. I've come up with to see if my colleagues are up to snuff. What 1963 graduate of South San Francisco High School was voted most likely to succeed?
Our host, Bruce
It
Grantham.
must be Bruce Grantham, yeah.
You can see where success leads you. Thanks a lot. Have a good time next year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You did some homework, didn't you, buddy? Well, you can see those three fellas don't take themselves very seriously, but they had a great time. I don't think I mentioned that there were over 300 people in attendance that night, raising over $27,000 for Project READ. Just a wonderful, wonderful evening and a wonderful program. If you want to learn more about Project READ and get involved, and maybe even get a team to participate in the trivia challenge that goes on every year, I would like you to contact Holly Fulgham Nutters at the South San Francisco Library. It's located at 840 West Orange Avenue in South San Francisco, and you can call 650-829-3871. So get involved with Project READ. You can really make a difference, and as you can see by the statistics that I gave you earlier in this segment, literacy, adult literacy is an issue and it is a problem in California, and if you would like to get involved, please contact Holly at Project READ. Not many folks know that a local TV news actor is a former graduate of South San Francisco schools. Recently, a group of South San Francisco high school students paid him a visit on the job. Stay with us to see who he is and what they learned.
January is so nice. Walk women on sliding ice.
I'm Mark Simon.
I'm Bob Marks.
It's our favorite spectator sport.
The day of reckoning is fast approaching.
We're just going to shoot the bull.
Join Mark Simon and Bob Marks each week on The Game as they cover the Bay Area's top stories, bringing you in-depth analysis on politics, business, and sports. Don't sit on the sidelines. Get into the game. Sundays at 7:30 a.m. on WB20, Bay Area Cable Channel 13.
If you live on the peninsula, there's only one place to get the latest news on business, sports, politics, education, and your community. Peninsula TV, Channel 26, the Peninsula and South Bay's Emmy Award-winning programming resource. For more information or for a programming schedule, go to pentv.tv or call us at 650-637-1936. Peninsula TV, your community programming channel.
Real Estate with Bobby Decker is for anyone who owns a home or aspires to do so. Everything that is important to or an interesting facet of home ownership will be covered by our program. Please join us. You won't want to miss Real Estate with me, your host, Bobby Decker.
Welcome back. KPIX Channel 5 news anchor Ken Bastida graduated from El Camino High School in the early 1970s. He invited the broadcasting class from South San Francisco High School to visit his studio recently and to witness a newscast and get to know what the broadcasting business was all about firsthand. The class made a tape of their visit to share with the students at South San Francisco High School. Let's take a look at their visit as seen through their camera's eye.
I'm here in front of the ABC Channel Network, and we're not going here.
Hola a todos los guerreros, todos los warriors. Bienvenidos. Estamos aquí fuera de las instalaciones de Telemundo, y bueno, vamos a hacer unas cuantas cosas acá. Y
we're not going here either.
Ese es el problema, no es nuestro destino.
Wesley Perkinson, and I'm here with Ken Bastida. I'm sure you know him. How are you doing here today, Ken?
Wesley, it's been a long day, but I'm glad your group from South San Francisco High School showed up, and if I can help you guys learn a little bit more about TV, love to do it.
Great. Well, I need to ask you, what got you interested in this in the first place?
Well, that's a good question, and a lot of people ask me that. Actually, when I was in high school, about your age, I started thinking that maybe, TV or radio might be a fun career, and I actually never thought that I'd be doing anything in front of the camera. I always was more interested in, being behind the camera, maybe a technical position, and actually at one time thought I might want to be a cameraman.
So, I heard like a secret, like a rumor that's going around that Survivor and The Price is Right are doing a little a crossover series. You know anything about it? I heard it was called Surviving for the Right Price. I'm just kidding, man.
That's good.
But seriously,
actually,
can you get me on the show?
Maybe you have a future as a television producer. Something like that might fly right now. Survivor's a huge show. When it came out, it kind of broke the mold, and got people sort of creatively thinking about reality shows. Yeah, it was one of the first ones.
So
you would say The Real World, though.
No.
That was the first reality show, right?
I hate that show. But so if everybody loves Raymond, why did his show get canceled?
Oh, Raymond. Don't worry about Raymond, man. He's got more money than the president right now.
So do you have any advice for any aspiring broadcast journalists at South City High School?
Well, I went to El Camino High School. I didn't go to South City. But let's just put that aside for a minute.
Do you think if you went to South City that your salary would be like Dan Rather's?
Well, I don't know. Last time I checked, Dan Rather was out of a job. No, you want some good advice?
Yeah.
Here's the thing to keep in mind. If you're thinking about this as a career, you really, really have to have a good attitude. And that, even if you don't get into TV or broadcast, I think that's important in life, especially at your age now, as you're kind of looking ahead to the future, what you want to do, whatever you pick.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is. Go into it, with a good attitude, impress your bosses, and be willing to work hard. And the other stuff will come to you. If you got a little bit of talent and you hook up with the right outfit, you won't have any problem.
Well, thank you for the interview, sir. And I'm here with the South City Source.
You're welcome, Wesley. Thanks for having me. Go Colts.
Hello, everybody. We are
South City Source!
And we are outside a building of Channel 5. We just received some training on how to do this job better for all of you warriors. And remember, this is only for you. And all our crew is happy to be here just to get trained, to do the best thing for our school, and of course, for the warriors, because we are the best. Isn't that right? Yeah! Take care. See you later.
That was fun. I'm Bruce Grantham. Thank you for watching Our Children, Our Future. See you next time.